Hey guys, what is up? My name is Landon and welcome to the Jersey Zone. So yesterday, Jack Eichel was finally traded from the Buffalo Sabres, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about the trade. So let's take a look at what each team got. So with the Buffalo Sabres, they got Alex Tuch, Peyton Krebs, a 2022 first round pick that is top 10 protected, and a 2023 second round pick. And then with the Vegas Golden Knights, they obviously got Jack Eichel, which is the main person in this trade, and a 2023 third round pick as well. Now, I'm going to separate this a little bit into two parts. I'm going to talk about the Buffalo Sabres and their side of the trade, and then I'll talk about the Vegas Golden Knights. So looking at the Buffalo Sabres, did they get enough for Jack Eichel? Well, kind of, but also not really. In the context of where Jack Eichel is right now, I would probably say yes, because obviously he's injured right now. He's not going to play for at least, I think they said like probably another 3 to 5 months. So he's not going to play for a very long time. And he was most likely never going to play another game for the Buffalo Sabres. So in that context, they probably got enough for him. But with the player that Jack Eichel actually is, it's not even close. They did not get enough for Jack Eichel. They probably should have got a lot more for him. They needed to trade him so much earlier, man. Now, obviously, I don't know the trade requests they were getting during the summer, but I would imagine they were a lot better than what they got right now. At least that's what I would think so. But like right now, like that is not enough for a healthy Jack Eichel. Now, like I said, in the context right now, he's obviously not healthy, so it's probably enough, but just like I think of Jack Eichel and I look at that trade, and in my opinion, it's definitely not enough. It's really not close. They really needed to trade him earlier in the year during the summer when he wanted to get traded. That was the prime time to trade him, and they missed out on it. And I think that is a huge miss for the Buffalo Sabres. I think they probably could have got a lot more for him. But like I said, that's just some random guy on YouTube just taking a guess. Obviously, I have no idea. But in my mind, they should have got, and they probably would have got better trade requests in the summer. But that being said, looking where Eichel is right now, it is a decent return for Jack Eichel. Alex Tuch, he's a really good player. Like, he is a good two-way player. He's really good offensively, defensively. He's a fast guy. He's good at like creating rushes up on the ice there. I like Alex Tuch. He's going to be a pretty decent player for the Buffalo Sabres. Peyton Krebs, he hasn't got a ton of NHL experience. I'm pretty sure he doesn't even quite have 20 games in the NHL so far. I think he only has 1 assist. I believe that is correct. I kind of looked at it briefly this morning. I'm recording this later on in the night, but that being said, he doesn't have a ton of NHL experience, although that being said, it looks like he's being sent down to Rochester, which I think is probably a good idea. Get him some AHL experience, get him some experience there where he doesn't have to play with Buffalo, who's probably going to be a team that's not going to be that great this season, although they played really well so far this year. They're probably not going to be an NHL team, so put him down to the minors. I think that's a good idea, and then probably bring him up next year when they're going to bring up a lot of their other prospects as well. I think that's probably the best idea for Peyton Krebs. And then they did get that first round pick for this season. It is top 10 protected, like I said, but that's not going to happen. Vegas's first round pick this season isn't going to be in the top 10. That's just not going to happen. I know they're not playing well so far this season, but they have so many injuries that I really don't see that happening. I guess there is a chance, but like I said, it's most likely not going to happen. So I expect that pick to be probably in the high 20s, something like that. Although with adding Jack Eichel, maybe in the low 30s, maybe 32, you never know. So it's most likely going to be a late first round pick. And then, like I said, they do also have that 2023 second round pick as well. So overall, I don't mind this haul for the Buffalo Sabres. They definitely needed to trade Jack Eichel, so that's fine as well. You get a player who's going to play on your team right now. You get a young prospect who is looking like he should be a decent prospect, but you never know. And then you get 2 picks as well. So like I said, I think this is a pretty good haul for the Buffalo Sabres. Looking at the Vegas Golden Knights perspective of this trade, though, they are so weird. They're one of the only teams where they have like no loyalty to any of their players at all. Any one of their players could be traded at any time for like a better player, which I guess in theory is a good idea, because the Vegas Golden Knights during their first season, they weren't like the best team in the NHL, but they got to the Stanley Cup Finals. They were that misfits group that a lot of people have called them. They worked really well together, but since then, they have dismantled a lot of that team and replaced them with better players, like just straight up better players. You got Mark Stone in there now, you got Pacioretty, now you add Jack Eichel, Pietrangelo, like they've added better players than they had in their first season, but it hasn't really meshed that well or as well as it did in that first season. So it's very strange to me. But that being said, adding Jack Eichel is a great move for the Vegas Golden Knights. They needed a first line center, and that's what Jack Eichel is. He is a very, very good player. Like, he is so good. He's one of the best players in the NHL right now, and he is injured. So hopefully, with his disc replacement surgery, which is the surgery that he is going to get, hopefully he recovers fully and he becomes the Jack Eichel that we knew in Buffalo, that he was able to be in Buffalo. And obviously he will have a better team surrounding him. So hopefully he'll be even better, I guess I would say, in Vegas here. So hopefully he does have that full recovery. And if he does, this is going to be a fantastic team. Although that being said, I have no idea how they're going to fit this under the cap. I don't know. Like, they were already having cap issues, and then they got a guy that's worth $10 million on the cap, and they traded a guy who, I think Alex Tuck is worth like 4.5 mil. So they're basically going to have to find a way to remove like $5 million from their cap. I have no idea how they're going to do it, but, I'm assuming that they're going to find a way, and they're going to make it work. So I'm just going to ignore their cap, and just looking at the team itself, it's a good team. Like, once all of their players are healthy, this is going to be a stacked team. It's going to be a scary team in the playoffs. Like I said, Vegas most likely going to make the playoffs. I would be very, very shocked if they don't. So adding Jack Eichel is a phenomenal move for the Vegas Golden Knights. Like I said, I'm questioning a little bit about the cap and kind of the meshing of the group itself, because like I said, since that first season, it hasn't really meshed as well as it did previously. But just looking at all their stars on their roster, it's just a very good team. It's an extremely good team. I'm just interested to see how they kind of work out and how they work together. And also, they did add that 2023 third round pick. That's not really that big of a deal, but that is in there as well. So overall, who do I think won this deal? Well, I do give it to the Vegas Golden Knights because obviously they did get the best player in the deal. Although that being said, I don't think Buffalo did awful considering the circumstances, considering the context itself. But overall, it does suck that that's only what you got for Jack Eichel. If he was a healthy Jack Eichel, that's definitely not a great move for the Buffalo Sabres, but like I said, in context, it's not that bad. But yeah, anyways, that is just my thoughts on the deal. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you guys agree with me? Do you like the fact that the Vegas Golden Knights got Jack Eichel, or do you think that it's too much for the Vegas Golden Knights, that they're ripping apart this group that had so much chemistry, and now they're bringing in guys that have no chemistry, even though they're good, they just don't really mesh that well together? And do you like this move for the Buffalo Sabres as well? Let me know in the comments down below, and make sure to follow me on my Instagram and my Twitter at the Jersey Zone YT on Instagram and at the Jersey Zone on Twitter. Links are in the description down below. But like I said, that's it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.